Hey everybody, it's Craig with Smartphone Envy, and today we're going to have a face-off between the HTC HD7 and HTC EVO 4G. HD7 quad-band GSM, tri-band 3G, weighs in at 162 grams. Build quality, front of the phone is primarily glass. You've got some high-grade plastic here along the bottom where the touch-sensitive keys are. Got some nice chrome grille work just above and below the display. Got a gunmetal gray rim that encompasses the entire display. Battery cover itself is made out of a rubberized plastic with some nice gray texture coating on it. Got a nice brushed aluminum accent here as well as around the camera and dual LED flash, which also acts as your kickstand for viewing videos. Alright, the EVO 4G. Dual band CDMA, EVO Rev A 3G along with WiMAX 4G connectivity. Weighs in at 170 grams. Build quality, again, the front of the phone is primarily glass with some high-grade plastic around the display. On the back, you've got, again, a rubberized plastic rubberized battery cover. Got a nice red and chrome accent around the camera lens, as well as your kickstand down here at the bottom. Taking a look around the EVO 4G, on the bottom is the microphone, micro USB port, as well as the HDMI port. On the left-hand side is the volume rocker. On top, power and lock key and 3.5mm headphone jack. On the HD7, on the bottom, microphone, micro USB port, 3.5mm headphone jack. On the top is the power and lock key, and on the right-hand side is your volume rocker and dedicated camera key. Speaking of cameras, the HD7 offers a 5-megapixel camera with autofocus, dual LED flash, and geotagging. Video capture is 720p HD. Underneath the battery cover, you've got a 1230 milliamp battery rated at 5 hours and 20 minutes of talk time. On the EVO 4G on the back, you've got an 8-megapixel camera, dual LED flash as well, autofocus, face detection as well as geotagging. Also offers 720p HD video. It also has a front-facing camera in the upper right-hand corner for video calls. You can make video calls via Wi-Fi or Sprint's network. Battery on the EVO 4G, you've got a 1500 milliamp battery rated at 6 hours of talk time. Alright, let's take a look at the displays. On the HD7, you've got a 4.3-inch S LCD capacitive touch display showing 480 by 800 pixels. Offers multi-touch accelerometer sensor as well as a proximity sensor. On the EVO 4G, you also have a 4-inch TFT capacitive touch display. Did I say 4.3? 4.3-inch TFT capacitive touch display showing 480 by 800 pixels. Also offers accelerometer sensor, proximity sensor, and multi-touch. Just below the display on the EVO 4G, you have 4 touch-sensitive keys: search key, back key, main menu key, and home key. On the HD7, you have 3 touch-sensitive keys: search key, home key, as well as the back key. Memory on the HD7 is 16 gigabytes of internal storage, 512 megabytes of ROM, 576 megabytes of RAM. On the EVO 4G, you've got 1 gigabyte of ROM, 512 megabytes of RAM, and internal storage can be expanded an additional 32 gigabytes through the use of a micro SD card. Both of the phones offer Wi-Fi 802.11b, G, and N. Both of the phones have Bluetooth version 2.1 with support for A2DP. Both of the phones have GPS with support for AGPS. The HD7 offers Bing Maps. The EVO 4G offers Google Maps. As far as hotspots, the EVO 4G can be used as a Wi-Fi hotspot and can tether up to 8 devices simultaneously. The processor on the HD7 is a Qualcomm Snapdragon MSM 8250 1 GHz, and on the EVO 4G it's a Qualcomm Snapdragon QSD 8650 1 GHz processor. Operating system on the HD7 is Windows Phone 7 OS, and on the EVO 4G it's Android 2.2 Froyo with HTC Sense UI overlay. Let's take a look at a couple YouTube videos. We'll check for load times and quality.
Hey, what's up you guys? Yes, it is Monday. Yes, it's Monday because I said it's Shane on Monday, and I never lie. So before I start getting to the questions, I want to make a little announcement. I'm super fucking excited because I'm going to be a part of a live show in Florida on January 18th where I'll be
I apologize for the inappropriate language there. Let's take a look at another one. There we go. What else do we have on here? Miss Rapper's alive. Well, that should be interesting. And we're off.
We here, we in the building. Yeah, Chuck Dirty in the house. Me and my boy Young Chuck, we the future of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Now fuck that shit. We the future of everything, man. Forget. Damn, I forgot.
Well, I did a good job of finding inappropriate language on both of those, so nobody's offended by that. Anyway, there's a look at a couple YouTube videos, load time, as well as quality. All right, let's start a little navigation comparison. We'll start with the EVO 4G. Navigate to McDonald's.
Head southeast on Puffane Way toward Laventer Road, then turn left at Laventer Road.
Alright, that's EVO 4G. That seemed to work quite well. You've got Telenav on the HD7, which is a free service through T-Mobile.
Say the business name or category.
McDonald's.
I heard McDonald's. Searching for McDonald's. New route. Go 0.1 miles and turn right to Instone Court. Checking route for traffic.
As you can see, both offer you voice-guided turn-by-turn navigation, and both of them work quite well. All right, let's run our unofficial speed test, and we'll open up some applications and see how we do. Let's start out with Gmail. All right. Let's try Maps. All right. Let's try messaging. All right. Let's try the camera on both of them. All right. Let's load movies on both of them. All right, there we go. All right, so look at our unofficial speed test.